If you don't know and you're not told and nobody ever give you that game, how you gonna know?
Biggie Small said that this shit was all a dream. My pockets getting fatter, I'm eating better cuisine. School job rap, I've been taking all my earnings just to split it in between. With the people who share the same bloodline. Not for bottle service at club time. See me VIP but need help skipping the club line. Bootleg ass shit but try to dub mine. But it's cool, go ahead, get your listen on. Bet you I got better shit cooking up in my kitchen home. Different flow so I know how to make a different song. Far from the youngin' that was picking on.
Surprisingly, my mom was actually like surprised when I got into college. So it was kind of like I grew up with one of those moms that was either your ass going to school or you're gonna go to work. So you going
school or service.
Right. So you gonna have to make something of yourself. And I ended up getting into Albany State. I got into a HBCU. So it was my way out of small town USA, Douglasville, leaving Lithia Springs behind in the rearview mirror.
Going to country ass Albany.
Going to country ass Albany. And I feel like what Albany gave me was like this sense of pride though, and that I felt like I didn't have back home. Cause yes, it's a lot of black people around. I grew up predominantly around black people, but going to a HBCU, that shit like that's on steroids. So it kind of gave me this sense of pride of being black. It gave me this pride of even like you know, just learning more about your history, learning more about how hard it was for.
What did you major in?
I majored at the time. I majored in engineering, but I was all over the place. Engineering, I wanted to do mass comm, and then I ultimately settled on. I had a peer ask me when I was back in school, hey, if you could do anything for free, what job would you do? And I was like, teaching. She was like, that's what you should do with your career. And later, when I eventually transferred from Albany State, kind of transferred abruptly. I had to go to Jacksonville State, and that's kind of the major that I took up after that. So.
But I'm back at the review bench presses. Couple of these think that I'm impressive, and their behavior is starting to get obsessive. I don't never tell a man 'cause I don't stressing me. Real rap, I'm the recipe. Killing all these whack ass rappers. I hope they recipes. I'm too smart, I don't see why niggas testing me.
I looked over at the time, my girlfriend, and we were celebrating New Year's. It was 2015. You know, we used to make jokes in the crib and shit. We hear stuff on the radio and be like, yo, what is this? How is this shit on the radio? And I looked up at her one day and I was just like, I think I can do this. She was like, you sure? Which is why that same shorty ended up becoming my wife, because she asked that question. Are you sure?
Right.
You sure you want to be a rapper? Everybody want to be a rapper. But I just felt like I always could bring more to it. I felt like I could always bring, you know, I could put my footprint in there, and when it was all said and done, I could leave behind like this blueprint or something that was almost looked at like a diary. Like it was spitting shit that was so close to home that I didn't have no choice but to relate. I couldn't. He was talking about paying off fucking debt, trying to avoid your wages being garnished, and it's that shit.
Way.
Yeah, exactly, the real American way. So, and like I said, I guess to also say like the reason I speak like that too is if you don't know and you're not told and nobody ever give you that game, how you gonna know? Because I feel like I can kind of help those coming up behind me dodge a couple of potholes.
Street, but they a lot like Sesame. I was really just had me shook, but I excel so fast, changed the outlook. Silly ass sat there and tried to write me off. Put so much power in my point and made these hoes Microsoft for this shit. Here ain't no computer love. This song's this and the that I used to love.
Shit, yeah.
It's a 10-year ride.
Yeah. I had those moments where I just think like, damn, like I'm going unnoticed. Like I'm cold with this pen. I got all of this shit to say, and I feel like if somebody hear it, the right person, you know, it changed lives. But it is, you know, I feel like being the common middleman. I'm the everyday dude that's getting up and going to work. I gotta put that shit to the side sometimes and go actually I gotta focus in on this money. I may have bars that I'm currently writing or spinning in my head before I get to work, and I gotta lay that shit down. And I gotta focus on how to get a real check. And I guess with music, it's never giving up on this shit. It was always taking a break from it.
Yeah.
See, I loved your body, but I hated your demeanor. Found a girl much nicer with a walkway meaner. She get dirty, but the stay cleaner. She the apple of my eye. I know you probably done seen it. Got all of my exes hot, cause I'm cold like slide. Before I get out the game, I'm on my last hoorah.
Indecisive.
Okay.
And I kind of look at, like you said, all those people that you just named, especially with Ice Cube and Snoop, these are people calculated on that pen. They know what they want to say. So I feel like when you got that kind of person that know what they want to say, they know what they want to do too. And you have a spirit of discernment. You start knowing you with laws of attraction. You putting shit in the air. And I feel like, I guess it was just marrying my best friend. Like she wasn't just this girl that I knew. I had been knowing her for a long time, known about her. And before we even got married, we had been together at that point for like 4 years. So it was time, and then it was solid. She kept me honest. You know what I'm saying? She kept me, told me stuff my friends was telling me. Even like all the way down to like where I could open up to her. I could talk to her about everything from politics. We had a lot of similar views, food, and then of course, like I said, it's just always being ushered into taking pride in who you is and your blackness, and of course, you know, my wife comes from Haitian heritage, which is dope. So being married into that culture, you get even more sense of pride and what you got to focus on and what you got to say and who you do it for. So it's just she was my best friend, man. She was solid.
I graduate from Mac and I be Madam Cum Laude, but I'm turning in my gown to bells, whistles, and chains. Then start grinding for dimes, nickels, and chains. Then I hit the road, now I'm out here chasing fame until I stumbled upon the dime with beauty and brains. And everybody asking why I'm so old school, but that's the explanation I don't really owe you.
Hell yeah. And I just feel like, because like you gotta look at it. You can't be around all the time. Like shit, I love my dogs, I love my niggas, but salt the legs around, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't spoon with these. And at some point, it's okay to admit that, you know what I'm saying, you feel love, you feel heartbroken, you feel emotions. And I feel like, of course, like you got the Kanye West and you got the Drakes that allowed the emotions to come into rap to where it was kind of like, yo, you can, finally, I'm sure a whole felt like, God damn, I can finally be myself. I can finally break down and damn cry. But I just feel like at that time, rap was so new. So those older artists, they kind of, they was pushing the culture, bro. They was really pushing what hip hop had to grow to. Because at that time, what hip hop's, early 90s, hip hop's 20 years old. Now look at hip hop.
74.
Yeah, so